Welcome to Section 420, Talkin Yankees, the podcast. Well, the Yankee road jerseys might get a makeover. Seems like team captain Aaron Judge and other players want to switch up the road uniform to go to the dark blue, kind of the batting practice type of spring training type of uniform. So the road and doing away with the classic Yankee gray. I obviously hate the whole situation there and hate the idea, but we will get into that. But before we get started, make sure to subscribe to this podcast, Section 420 Talkin Yankees podcast, wherever you get your favorite podcast. There's also the YouTube version of the show. Go to YouTube, search for Section 420 Talkin Yankees there as well. So the news coming really the other day, and haven't reacted to it yet, that the Yankees, specifically Aaron Judge and the other players, are kind of requesting that they want the dark blue batting practice / spring training uniforms to use those now during the road games. Of course, we all know, accustomed to the Yankees having the classic gray uniforms with the dark navy blue lettering, New York across the front there. And of course, we know the Yankees have one of the only teams that don't feature the names on the back, and again, they have been using the road grays for pretty much, going back to the 30s, 40s like that. And this will be a major shift, going to a dark navy blue road uniform with white lettering on the front and back there. And again, this is at behest of both, seemingly Judge and other players are kind of pushing for this. Obviously, I hate the situation, and really, I always hope Hal Steinbrenner and the ownership really doesn't go forward with this. We had the whole situation last year with Hal and Cashman. They kind of lifted the facial hair ban and regulation there, which I kind of saw a little bit. Now, it was mainly a reaction to, them signing on Devin Williams and him probably not wanting to get his beard. And look, frankly, you can understand the opportunity if you want to attract some other players and stuff, free agents like that. And, we're living in a bit of a different world of, more facial hair and tattoos all over the place. So, the Yankees bent like that a little bit, going back 15 or more years ago, going with CC and AJ Burnett, kind of saying that, you could go sleeveless there if you want to expose your tattoos. Again, initially, Yankees probably would want to cover that up. Okay, you bend a little bit there, that's fine. And of course, putting the logos on the Yankee uniform, first with the Nike one, and then of course, more lately with the Star Insurance on the left arm there. Again, didn't love it, but I understand, look, you're paying Garrett Cole $350 million. You're paying Aaron Judge $360 million, and you're shelling out his money. And look, you need corporate sponsorship. You need to bring some of that money in. Don't love it. Understand it. Okay, it's not huge. I'm at the Nike thing. You barely even see it. We haven't gotten to the point yet where we're renaming Yankee Stadium. I mean, that's going to come at some point. You'll have the T-Mobile Yankee Stadium, or who knows, the Burger King Yankee Stadium. Maybe that comes down the line there. Probably not. But again, I'm not too egregious. Didn't love it. Same thing with the facial hair. Yeah, I just didn't like the situation, but I at least understood it. But, if you're winning games, you're doing well, you could care less whether they got hair or not hair. You just want to win games. But this one's kind of big now. It's kind of a big move with the uniforms. And I know it's all about, and of course I think the Yankees are probably going to do it ultimately because they're going to be able to sell more jerseys and all this stuff. And it's all about the variety and stuff like that. And you got to amp it up. But I just hate the idea. I mean, of all people, even Aaron Judge know that the culture of the Yankees, the history and all that stuff, he should at least understand that one. Just stick with the road grays and that's it. I mean, just keep uniform. Try to keep at least one or two things with a tradition. Can you do that there? So, not loving the idea. Not loving the idea that Judge is championing this, and hope that Hal Steinbrenner doesn't give in and let them do this. For what? What's the difference? And I understand what's the difference. Let's us have the uniform, but it's the Yankee uniform. Can we keep some things traditional at least? At least that. I mean, you got your facial hair stuff. You expose your tattoos and all that stuff there. I mean, you got all that stuff you wanted there. Can you just be settled with that and just carry on? Now we got to change the uniforms. No, I just hope Hal Steinbrenner puts his foot down there and says no. And I did like the Michael Kay take on, if you heard that, saying that, all right, this is to the team. Okay, well, what have you guys done to earn this? What about a championship for me? The Yankees are kind of riding high right now, kind of like the late 90s Yankees, and, won two champion, or at least won one World Series in the last 3 years. Maybe you had to have the grounds to actually make a demand like that. But again, this organization hasn't won a championship since 2017. Great wowee, they got to the World Series in 2024, but that was kind of a wipeout against the Dodgers. But other than that, again, what have you done lately to merit this, to want this, to deserve this? Nothing. And even if that was the case, I couldn't imagine a situation, even going back to the late 90s Yankees, of Derek Jeter and Paul O'Neill and Mariano Rivera going up to Steinbrenner and say, hey, we've won a couple of championships now. Here's our list of demands. I don't even think that would have been on the table. This team has won nothing, and now they got the demands. They got the facial hair thing they wanted. Now they want to get the road uniform changed as they wanted there. I would say no. And even if this team won World Series, I would still say don't do it. So I just hope Hal Steinbrenner sticks to his guns. It's like, no, I've given you guys this. I've given you this is the New York Yankees. We have a certain look. This is the way it is, and we're gonna stick to it. And what do you like? Why do you need the dark blue navy uniform? I don't like why. Like I don't understand. Well, it's a different look. We just like why? Is it a material thing? I mean, you would think if anything, at least during the summer, as we approach the summer, things get hot. You kind of rather have the gray uniform than a dark navy blue uniform. I would assume you get more sweaty in that. I mean, I just don't understand it. It's like, well, other teams are doing that. Like, who cares about other teams? Like, other teams and other stuff. Like, fans are going to Yankee Stadium to see the Yankees. You're not packing them. Oh, if the Yankees have these different uniforms, more fans will come. Fans aren't going to come to the game just because the uniforms are different. All right, San Diego needs that. The Kansas City Royals need that. Texas Rangers, they need to switch up their uniform like that just to have something going for them. You're the New York Yankees. Like, act like it, be like it. Like you don't need to change the uniforms to get more interest or make things different there. So the whole thing's dumb. I would just hope Hal Steinbrenner puts his foot down for that, doesn't give in, doesn't give in to players. Even with Aaron Judge, again, which I'm kind of surprised he's even champion for this thing. It's like, all right, dude, you've done some great stuff. You're the MVP, but like, you've done great, fine. But the team hasn't done great. The team hasn't won championships. So why are you even making this demand? And I couldn't imagine Jeter and Tino Martinez and Bernie Williams like, hey, we've won some championships now. We're going to go to Steinbrenner's office and demand that we change some things around here. No, they were winning and they still kept up the tradition. They kept the facial hair thing going. They covered up tattoos and stuff like that. So that's kind of a better example of a better Yankee. So this is kind of a bit of a clown show. And really, if Hal Steinbrenner does give in on this demand, it kind of really just shows you where we are right now with the satisfaction with mediocrity. And this goes back to the rant I had a couple months ago regarding retiring CC Sabathia's number 52 in Monument Park, which I think is ridiculous. He was not worthy of having his number retired in Monument Park as a Yankee. Yes, he is a Hall of Famer. He belongs in Cooperstown. I could definitely understand that. But he wasn't a great quote-unquote Yankee. He was a good Yankee. He was here for a while and he was great. He was a fun guy, but he wasn't like this monumental great Yankee. He's had 2 or 3 good seasons up front, fine. After that, he had a lot of bad seasons with single-digit wins and stuff like that. And just because you've been around for a while and you're like, everyone likes you and you're a good guy in the clubhouse, you delivered 1 championship. I mean, again, the Yankees used to be about championships only, not vibes and good feelings. And this makes me feel good. And if we lift the facial hair band and the players would be cool with that, like, no, it was supposed to be about championships or bust. CC got you to 1 World Series. He got you 1 championship. Great. Had a couple of good personal seasons himself there, but he also had about 5 or 6 miserable or just at best, if I'm being kind, mediocre seasons, not worthy of having your number retired there. So, just has to go with the whole thing, just to grasp onto some sort of little small wins here and there that are not championships, but little wins there. And, Aaron Judge had a couple of good seasons for us, but MVPs, did he win a World Series? No, but he had some MVPs, so we'll change the uniforms because he wants to change the uniform. Oh, CC Sabathia, 1 World Series, not like guys like Yogi Berra who had like 10 or Jeter who had like 5, remember those, but he got us to 1 World Series in 2024. I mean, we got wiped out in 5 games, but he got us there. So let's give him to some of those demands. Let's reward him for that there. So it's this whole mindset now with the Yankees that's just, not good in that regard there. So I hope Hal Steinbrenner puts his foot down there and puts a squash to this. I have a feeling he's going to get a give it to the players because he's going to think about the money. Well, but if we have these new jerseys and, it's the new blue jersey they wear now. So, we could sell these and sell them $150 each and people will pay it. So probably will happen there. I hate the idea, but that's my 2 cents on it. So that's the episode. Make sure you subscribe to this podcast. Again, this is the audio podcast version of the show. You can't get my takes or anything else like that anywhere else, or you'd have to wait a whole week or sometimes 2 weeks to get my opinion on that. You don't want to wait all that. So make sure you subscribe to this audio podcast, Section 420 Talkin Yankees, the podcast, and we'll catch you on the next episode.